Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Blade Clan Health and Fitness. I'm Brian. This is Dave.
And we remember it so you don't gotta. Whoa, whoa!
Some people might not be ready to make that full leap into fitness. You got to work out 6 times a week, and you got to live the fitness lifestyle.
This is the time of year when y'all gotta think about fitness. We all know you made your resolution, you're gonna go to the gym and lose weight, but you're gonna still find it hard to get into the gym, especially after the 2-week mark. That's usually when most of those resis give it a rest.
Yeah. Maybe you're just intimidated, by all the big guys that have been working out in the gym, the gym veterans, lifting more weight than you've probably ever seen in your life.
We got some suggestions to get you started. Just little things to help you take them first little baby steps on the weight loss track. Now also, before we get started, I think we should explain one thing. Because I just said a word none of y'all heard before. Resis. That's gym talk for people whose New Year's resolution was to lose a few extra vanity pounds. So they go to the gym, maybe they go to their local Planet Fitness location, stuff their face full of free pizza and bagels, you see me shaking my head at that shit, and then get on the treadmill for 10 minutes and wonder why it don't work. Us dedicated gym people have either 2 ways to deal with them. You can either help them, mentor them, show them the ropes and make sure they get a good solid workout, or you can just ignore them till they go away. Personally, I like to just ignore them till they go away.
So, let's get started here with our tips, shall we?
Yeah.
Alright. So the first thing I'd like to go over here for you, tip 1, is plan your meals. So it makes it harder for you to overeat if you already have everything planned out. It might take a little bit of time, but honestly it's worth it.
Yeah.
And not only that, but if you're hungry and you can just reach in and grab a meal, it's a lot easier than having to sit there and make it each time if you think about it. So maybe spend a little bit of time, even if you have like maybe a day off like Sunday, just, maybe take an hour or 2, just plan out maybe a week's worth of meals. It sounds difficult, but like I said, once you actually go through that week, you'll thank me.
I always plan my meals. Like when I go to McDonald's, I know exactly what I'm going to order before I get to the counter. Because that's just polite.
Not exactly what I meant, Dave.
Alright. Alright, well how about tip number 2? Eat slowly, motherfucker. Slow the fuck down. And then wait 20 minutes. You see, because it's something in your biological makeup, in the digestive system, down in the stomach, where you can eat, but the effect of feeling full won't hit you for at least 20 minutes. So let's say for the sake of argument, you're sitting down to a nice dinner. You got a big plate of food in front of you. And you're hungry. You're really hungry. You can't help it no more. You haven't eaten all day because you knew you were going to this dinner. So you start eating and eating and eating. You stuff yourself with all the food on your plate. Don't you feel about 20 minutes later like your stomach's going and it's about to pop right out? Yeah, that's because you didn't wait. If you eat slowly, maybe enjoy a small, sensible appetizer before eating. That might help you feel a little more full more quickly and encourage you to eat less. But what the fuck would I know about eating less, B?
Let's move on. Tip number 3. Stop drinking your calories. It's very easy when you're drinking soda or, even drinking soft drinks, any kind of fruity drink, anything at all, is filled with empty calories. They don't have any fiber, they don't have any real nutrition. And you know what? It's very easy to drink 500, 600, even 1,000 calories a day just drinking. And that type of calorie doesn't make you full. Your body looks for more of a substantial solid food to fill you up. So you could easily overeat 1,000 calories, well, overdrink I should say, 1,000 calories, without even thinking about it.
Yeah. Because you know what? While you counting calories, while you looking at the back of your lean cuisines or the back of your lunch meats and bread packages and cereal boxes, you see calorie, calorie, calorie. What you don't do is look at the gallon of milk when you pick that up. You don't even look at it. It's milk. It must be good for me. You dump it in there. Milk has a lot of calories. Granted, most of it's good. But still, that's a lot of calories.
And also has a lot of fat in milk as well.
But it's a good fat.
It's a good fat, but everything is good in small doses. So yeah, don't want to see you drinking any more entire gallons of milk.
I drink a whole gallon at a time sometimes. I just chug the whole thing down to the head. This tip don't got no number though, because we already had so many numbers and I'm already confused.
Tip number 4.
Alright, it would be number 4. Number 4. Exercise for just 5 minutes. Now, you see, for guys like us, big, strong gym types, exercising for 5 minutes is just silly. But for people who are just starting out, a nice 5-minute cardio session will actually help a lot because it helps get you ready for bigger things. Maybe one day you do 5 minutes, do that for a few days, then you go to 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, just increase incrementally. Make that number get bigger. Next thing you know, you're doing an hour on the cardio, you didn't even realize it.
Yeah, everything's got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Same thing with cutting calories. It starts in small increments. I don't know about y'all, but when I eat my breakfast cereal sometimes, I just pour it in the bowl, fill up the bowl. Is that a serving size? I don't know. Look at the package. Look at the information. The serving size will tell you what you should be eating. Because odds are, you may be eating more than you think you are.
Yeah, so that actually leads me to tip 5, actually, with your cereal example here. Tip 5 is substitute other things for breakfast for eggs. Studies have shown that if you eat eggs for breakfast, and only eggs, could increase your fat loss for up to 65%. So, yeah, you might grab a bagel in the morning, you might eat a bowl of cereal, you have that milk in there, which also, if you covered, has a little bit of fat, has quite a bit of calories in it. So, yeah, see about just maybe 5 days a week, 4 days a week, just eating some eggs. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of cheese in there for flavor, and gives you a little bit of extra protein.
But I only eat cereal when I'm depressed, B.
Well, you eat it every day.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, I'm good. Count Chocula gonna help me get through this later. Okay, now, tip number 6. Tip number 6. Smaller plates. You know what they do when you go to them all-you-can-eat restaurants? They give you a big plate. You know why they do that? They want you to load up on food. They want you to fill that plate up, eat all that plate on one, just eat one serving and then go away. Because then you're full. You ate a lot. You may have eaten too much off of that one big plate. What happens if you have a smaller plate? You can't fit as much food. By the time you're done eating, you get up to get seconds, maybe you ain't even hungry no more. Because you already had your calories. The food settled into your stomach and your stomach says it's cool, don't worry about it. We don't need no more. All because you went to a smaller plate. Going from this to this. Just like that. A third of the size. Yeah. Less food.
Yeah. Also, in the same regards here, too, don't keep your serving trays, whatever you're pulling your food off of and putting on your plate, don't have it around you while you're eating. So keep it in the kitchen if you're eating, in the living room, for example. Make it harder for you to actually give yourself a second serving.
See, this is where things like the traditional meal around the table can actually be a detriment. Is that the right word? Detriment?
Detriment.
I thought that was that toothpaste they used at the dentist's office. But it turns out no, it's a real word. But, yeah, man, because, like, when you're sitting around a table with your family, like at Thanksgiving, all the table food's right there on the table. You just reach over, grab that extra biscuit, scoop up them mashed potatoes. Don't even think about it. You just do.
Yeah, people initially are lazy, which is a good thing. And not just physically, but I also mean mentally. If something isn't directly in front of you, then what you do have is good enough.
Unless you're really hungry, then you just do it, because you still need food.
Yeah, so our next tip for you, tip number 7. Turn off the TV.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What you trying to do, cost us viewers? They can't watch us if they're not watching us, dog.
I really hope they're not eating while they're watching us.
Oh my god, that'd be so great.
Uh,
But that's like the ironic bad kind of great, not the good kind. Don't be eating shit. Put the food down right now.
Eating chips while they're watching.
I'm looking at you right now. Put the food down. I can see you. I will come over there. Don't make me do it. Yeah. What?
So, while watching television, or our show, for instance, it's quite possible that you're not paying attention to what you're eating. So, whatever you have, you could just continue to eat. You have a family bag of chips sitting there.
What? I'm watching Family Guy.
We're doing a show.
Well, sorry, I was getting distracted.
Yeah. Distraction. Yeah, distractions can make you eat way more than you'd normally eat otherwise. So, just keep an eye on your food, and not on the television set.
It's good. What?
Next tip.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Next tip. Next time you're going to make yourself a sandwich, try skipping the mayonnaise. I know, that's a lot to ask. Personally, I love me a condiment on my sandwich. I like to ketchup up my hot dogs, mayo up my sandwich, throw a little mustard on top. You know, maybe some sweet and sour sauce. It's good. Sweet and sour sauce on the hot dog is good shit. But you know, you could be saving up to 100 calories per meal. You know, let's say you eat 3 times a day, which, you know, is generally the expected number of times that one should eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, the way we all learned in health class, which was wrong and stupid.
But we'll cover that.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. We got a whole list of things wrong with that problem. So up to 100 calories per meal, that's 300 calories per day. That's some good savings. That's some extra calories you don't have to worry about working off later.
That's right.
Because you know what? Take a look at that jar of mayonnaise that's just sitting innocently in your fridge, just staring at you all sweetly. It's like a hooker with a VD. It's looking at you all pretty. You know you're going to have a good time, but you're going to pay for it later. You're going to pay for it.
Hooker with a VD. Yeah, that makes me not want to use mayonnaise on my meals.
Fucking A.
Alright. Next tip here, which is tip number 9. Add fruits and vegetables to your meal. Fruits and vegetables will help you stay fuller longer and have less calories than other things you can eat. You know, you're eating your carbs, you're eating things like potatoes, for instance, and it fills you up at the time, but soon you're going to find that you're hungry again and wanting to reach for something else. Now, having self-control is a very good thing to have, but when you're first starting off, that might not be exactly your best trait in that circumstance here, especially if you're used to overeating a little bit. So, it's better to eat foods that will actually make you full and keep you full longer. Yeah, fruits and vegetables are the way to go with that. Find the ones that you like and stick with them.
Let's move on. The next tip. Tip number 10. I know how many that is. 10. Go for a walk immediately after a meal. I know a lot of people, myself included, when you finish eating, you kind of get that sluggish, slow feeling like your stomach's being weighed down. Probably comes from eating half a pizza. But you know, when you're feeling like that, when your stomach's all slow and sluggish, that means it's working. So that'd be the time to get out there and start making some deficits for those calories. The more energy you burn, the more you're going to burn up and use, and then ultimately you're going to wind up losing more weight.
Yeah, the way calories work is that your body will first immediately use whatever calories that it's burning at the time. So, the quicker you get up and move after eating, those calories that you are currently digesting will be used immediately.
That's right. And that means they aren't getting stored for later fat.
That's right. So, these are the top 10 tips that we have here for you. Just the little things to help you lose some weight.
Wait, if this is the top 10, then shouldn't we have started at 10 and work our way up?
Don't make me tase you again. Thanks for watching another episode of Blade Clan Health and Fitness.
We remember it, so you don't gotta. Whoop whoop!